Welcome back to the daily entertainment feed on Fiddler Music, with me as editor Olivia. Today, let's take a look at some breaking entertainment news in the past 24 hours. Thank you for always supporting and accompanying us. Come to the following hot news. Comedian and Netflix star David A. Arnold dies aged 54. Police say Memphis shooting suspect killed 4 during rampage. Tom Hanks reveals why he asked to play Geppetto in Pinocchio. Even Zac Efron's mom called him about those plastic surgery rumors. Comedian and Netflix star David A. Arnold dies aged 54. Comedian David A. Arnold has died suddenly at the age of 54, his family has confirmed. The Netflix star passed away on September 7 while he was on a comedy tour. Family members revealed that Arnold died, peacefully, at his home. Coroners have ruled that the funny man died from natural causes. Arnold was 3 stops into a national comedy tour when he died, Deadline reported. His pal Chris Spencer said, "Our closely knit comedy community mourns the loss of one of the greatest to ever do it. He was admired by his peers, respected by other veterans, and looked up to by the burgeoning comedians that he mentored." Spencer said Arnold would be deeply missed. Tributes have poured in for the late comic. Comedian and actor Bobby Lee said, "I've known you for 20 years. An amazing human and comic. Heartbroken." And, Detroit star Lonnie Love posted online, "My brother is gone. Thank you for the laughs, the encouragement and the inspiration. My love and prayers to his lovely wife Julie and his beautiful daughters. We are all heartbroken." Community actress Yvette Nicole Brown said, "One of Cleveland's finest has left the stage and way too soon. 54 is too young. This does not feel real." Police say Memphis shooting suspect killed 4 during rampage. Police in Memphis, Tennessee, said a man who drove around the city shooting at people, killing 4, during an hours-long rampage that forced frightened people to shelter in place Wednesday has been arrested. Memphis police spokeswoman Karen Rudolph said 19-year-old Ezekiel Kelly was taken into custody after 9 p.m. in the Whitehaven neighborhood. 4 people were killed and 3 others were wounded in 7 shootings across Memphis, Police Director Saralyn C.J. Davis said during a news conference early Thursday. The rampage began at 12:56 a.m. Wednesday and continued to about 8:30 p.m. There was at least 8 crime scenes, the 7 shootings and a carjacking in Southaven, Davis said. That was about 2 hours after police sent out an alert saying a man driving a light blue Infiniti was responsible for multiple shootings in the city. Police said he later switched vehicles to a gray Toyota SUV. Police said he recorded his actions on Facebook. As the shooter terrorized the city, public bus service was suspended and a downtown stadium where a minor league baseball game was underway was placed on lockdown. Friends and relatives frantically called and texted each other to check on each other's safety. TV stations cut into regular coverage to keep viewers updated. The University of Memphis sent a message to students saying a shooting had been reported near the campus. Rhodes College, which in about 4 miles away from the university, advised students on and off campus to shelter in place. The area where Kelly was arrested was about 11 miles from the University of Memphis and about 12 miles from Rhodes College. Police in Southaven, Mississippi, located south of Memphis just beyond the state line, said Kelly stole a car at a gas station there before he was arrested back in Memphis. "If you do not have to be out, stay indoors until this is resolved," Memphis police said on Twitter, before the arrest. Rudolph told WMC-TV that police did not know of a motive for the shooting. Anyone with information was asked to call 911. Memphis recently has been shaken by several high-profile killings in recent weeks, including the shooting of a pastor during a daylight carjacking in her driveway, the shooting of an activist during an argument over money, and the slaying of a woman who was abducted while she was on a pre-dawn run. "I understand it feels like so much violence and evil to experience in such a short time," Memphis City Council member Chase Carlisle said on Twitter. "We are so much more than this." Court records show in February of 2020, Kelly, then 17, was charged as an adult with attempted first-degree murder, aggravated assault, using a firearm to commit a dangerous felony and reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon. Circumstances of the case were not immediately known. Records show he pleaded guilty to aggravated assault and was sentenced to 3 years in prison. It was not immediately known how much of the sentence he served. Tom Hanks reveals why he asked to play Geppetto in Pinocchio. Tom Hanks could not let the role of Geppetto pass him by. E.T.'s Denny Directo spoke to Hanks at the premiere of Disney's live-action film, Pinocchio, Wednesday night, where he shared why he asked to play the part of the woodcarver and creator of Pinocchio. "Oh, this is like being on the 27 Yankees, you know. It goes back so far in the American cultural zeitgeist. And I know way too much about Pinocchio because I played Walt Disney in Saving Mr. Banks, so I already did a prime study on it. I was ready to hit it," Hanks revealed. "As soon as I heard that Bob was doing it, Bob Zemeckis, I called him up cold and I said, 'Pinocchio,' literally one word. I said, 'Pinocchio,' and he said, 'Yeah,' and I said, 'Geppetto,' and he said, 'Really?' And that was that," he continued. To be in anything, to have a part in, When You Wish Upon a Star? Come on. The technology used to bring the film to life piqued Hanks's interest as well, with the 66-year-old actor telling E.T. that with all the history ingrained in this film, there was just no way he could let the opportunity to take part in Pinocchio slide by. Not only just all the updated versions that you're gonna get from this, but also to have Bob's fingers on the technology, that of today, is equal to the multi-plane camera that Walt Disney, and this was the first movie that used the multi-plane camera back in 1941. And then they lost half the world to a little box office, half the world for a little thing called World War II. So, there's all sorts of history that's just jammed in it, and I wasn't about to let that slide by. Starring Hanks, Benjamin Evan Ainsworth, Cynthia Erivo, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Keegan-Michael Key, Lorraine Bracco and Luke Evans, the film takes a deeper look at Pinocchio's story, and brings it to a new generation. The idea of taking on a treasured classic, as Disney's Pinocchio, it's an incredibly rich opportunity to revisit and go deeper into this great masterpiece, Hanks said ahead of the film's release last month. While Hanks plays the man responsible for creating Pinocchio, the toy-turned-boys is voiced by Ainsworth, with Gordon-Levitt lending his vocal talents to Jiminy Cricket, the insect who acts as the toy's conscience. Erivo meanwhile appears as the Blue Fairy, who first brings Geppetto's creation to life. Additionally, Evans, starring in his second live-action Disney adaptation after Beauty and the Beast, plays Coachman, the villainous owner of Pleasure Island, while Key voices a cunning fox named John Worthington Foulfellow. Bracco joins the cast as the voice of a new character, Sophia the Seagull. Rounding out the cast are Cayenne Lamaya as Fabiana, and her marionette Sabina, Giuseppe Battiston as the greedy puppeteer Senor Stromboli, and Lewin Lloyd as a naughty boy named Lampwick. See the latest reimagining of Pinocchio when it debuts Thursday, September 8th on Disney Plus as part of the platform's celebration of Disney Plus Day. Even Zac Efron's mom called him about those plastic surgery rumors. Zac Efron recalled having first learned about online rumors he had plastic surgery from his mom in a new interview with Men's Health. Zac Efron has revealed what led to those plastic surgery rumors. Last year, the Baywatch actor sparked speculation online after he appeared in an Earth Day special with Bill Nye with his jaw appearing more swollen than normal. The apparent facial change caused many to believe that he had received plastic surgery, but in a new interview, Zac shut down the chatter once and for all. Speaking to Men's Health for its October 2022 issue, the actor pointed to an incident when he shattered his jaw after slipping in his house and hitting his chin on a granite fountain. He recalled waking up to find his chin bone hanging off his face at the time of his accident. The High School Musical alum has since been working with a specialist and does physical therapy to correct this. But after taking some time off from doing the exercises, he explained, the masseter's muscles just grew. They just got really, really big. The actor admitted that he was unaware of the internet's rampant speculation as to whether he'd gone under the knife until his mother called to ask him about the rumors. But Zac attributed his lack of social media knowledge to the fact that he generally avoids it altogether in order to protect his mental health. If I valued what other people thought of me to the extent that they may think I do, Zac said, I definitely wouldn't be able to do this work. And Zac's physique isn't the only thing that changed over the last few years. Elsewhere in the interview, Zac recalled falling into a bad depression after preparing for the 2017 movie Baywatch, which he starred in alongside Dwayne Johnson. I started to develop insomnia, he said, and I fell into a pretty bad depression for a long time. Something about that experience burned me out. I had a really hard time recentering. Ultimately, they chalked it up to taking way too many diuretics for way too long, and it messed something up. Zac added, that Baywatch look, I don't know if that's really attainable. There's just too little water in the skin. Like, it's fake, it looks CGI'd. And that required Lasix, powerful diuretics, to achieve. So I don't need to do that. I much prefer to have an extra, 2 to 3% body fat. And those are also the most outstanding news that closes the Today morning. Thank you to everyone for listening and following Fiddler Music Daily News. If you find the video interesting and useful, please click like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of the latest entertainment as well as celebrity